Hello. Wow. I'm trying a new experiment. So I wanted to read the thread on Kiwi Farms about, and I want to do it with my VR headset mic, which is a better microphone than that goofy clip-on mic that I usually wear right here that sounds kind of muddy. And especially because Kiwi Farms is currently getting DDoSed, it would be helpful if I just read over this, at least this sort of master post. It's in the Nicholas Robert rekieta law thread, page 2731, and it's post number 54,605. Wow. The post by Baldo's Gate, and says, do you know Mandy? This is about Nick Rekieta being catfished by apparently, most likely, a dude who is going under the name Mandy and posting tit pics. I won't be showing them because I do intend this video to just be on YouTube. Do you know Mandy? Mandy is the catfish redditor / former TF2 addict who prompted Nick's complosion. This is the supposed picture of Mandy, and it says catfish, but you can see it's like blurry picture, kind of a plain chick, bland chick face, but that didn't matter to Nick. It was pictured a claimed picture of Mandy, likely stolen from, like many other of her photos, and then the catfish's picture B, the catfish's lair, posted by Mandy. And then a quote from Nick saying, you made a bunch of dudes turbo horny. The people who are mad about it have all left locals. Yeah, you weirdos who get, you weirdos, you, talking to you weirdos, you constantly getting mad about how hot Mandy was. And that's a quote from Nick Rekieta to Mandy, likely a man, definitely a catfish. Here's a clip. I don't know how well this will play. The DDoSing may have just stopped because I was able to get a bunch of the pictures to load up for another video I want to do about Rekieta. But here, let's see how much this plays.
Oh, Mandy, you came and you teased with the picture.
Yeah, it got up to this much. It may have to continue. It's buffering, but here, that's clips that have been played. Yeah, recorded. Nick Rekieta serenading Mandy on the night she posts some of her nudes. This started his locals' descent into degeneracy. Why am I always trying to start the word degeneracy with the letter J? I don't know. Very sad. And a couple weeks later, a liquor bottle would appear, wedged up his ass. I would like to give credit to the following users for their assistance in writing this post. Heimdall All-Seeing Waifu, Autistic Right Elb, which is Alyssa Clips, and Captain Manning lol again. Part 1, the mechanic, the Janny, and the non-practicing lawyer. And it's like, catfished, the Janny. This is, what does he mention? The guy's name. So, well, whatever. I forgot his name. Oh, wait, C. Goody, I think, is the Janny's name. Catfished, the NPL, non-practicing lawyer, and catfished, the mechanic. Notice that this picture is pretty clearly different from this. This girl and this girl are supposed to be the same, and clearly not. In fact, they go over. We'll be looking at that very soon. Amanda Michelle Caravicius. Viscous fluid. No, wait. That's not her name. Hold on. Guys, that's not her name. Allegedly born August 8, 1989, and going by the name Mandy Caravicius. I'm just going to pronounce it that way. I think Rekieta said Caravicius, which may be how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't think he really knows. Again, nobody's heard her voice to clear up how that last name is even supposed to be pronounced. But Mandy has been a major presence in the community surrounding Nick Rekieta and LawTube for over 3 years at this point. At Peace Through Power reported that Mandy made her entrance to what was to later become the Baldo Expanded Universe in September 2020 when she sent this $5 super chat to Nick Rekieta. And here's a clip. Again, this will post like the first few seconds. At least.
Mandy Caravicius. I just came home from work and made some hamburger helper stroganoff with parm.
Yeah. Here's a screen cap of the thing. I just came home from work, made hamburger helper. Oh, yeah. Wait. Let me play just the rest of what
cheese
we'll
and
play.
Toasted garlic bread.
Oh, shit. Again, it's it may continue loading after a minute. It may not. But it's just him, reading the super chat and replying, whatever. If you can get on the Kiwi Farms thread, then go for that. But she mentions Parmesan cheese and toasted garlic bread, Manischewitz, which he, interestingly enough, Nick Rekieta pronounces Manischewitz red wine. Wants some Manischewitz. First of all, it looked funny on my table. But anyways, that was a Goodfellas reference. Anyways, over time, Mandy became a top super chatter to Rekieta, pay pig. In other words, a nice way of saying pay pig. And associated streamers. Of course, they're always, that's the thing about them. They're always throwing money around to all of them to sort of enforce the hive mind, the group think, that kind of thing. More information about Mandy became known. Mandy was born in Israel. Grew up in Waco, Texas, and now lives in nearby Arlington in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, working as a mechanic, or so it was told. Mandy claimed to have been a Hooters waitress before becoming a mechanic. Here's Rekieta riffing on her background in September 2022 when he suggested Mandy start a topless tune-ups business in response to a super chat from her. It's a video on Invidious, which is apparently being blocked. It's not Kiwi Farms is blocking it, but I think Invidious is blocking Kiwi Farms or something. There's just something going on where it's not loading up. But there's a direct link to the video and source Alyssa Clip's clip, which, again, we could go through. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read the post. The post kind of establishes what the videos, are saying or what they're about anyway. So it's okay. The post continues saying, it wasn't just Mandy's frequent pay piggery that gained her status in the inner sanctum of Rekieta fans. She regularly flirted with C. Goody, Corey, one of Rekieta's top mods, even in public in the live chats, eventually earning a wrench herself. And here's a quote from a Kiwi post from Robut Guliamen, who I just found out almost on accident was, I believe, one of the Ultramarines, one of the Ultramarine captains from Warhammer 40k. So that's what that's a reference to. Okay. Wow. But his posts say, she came on during the Rittenhouse trial. Her and C. Goody had a fling that lasted a couple of months, and she has been a mod on YouTube since. She and C. Goody had their thing, which started shortly after she showed up in chat. Other than that, I don't know. I believe her YouTube username is her first and last name. And then another post of his saying, I can confirm the Mandy and C. Goody thing as far as them saying it in chat on Nick's night streams sometime around Rittenhouse. I have trouble remembering whether it was before, during, or after. It was before and during Mandy being modded on the channel. Now that is a lot of streams to go through, but it's there and it was fairly often. They also talked about it during watch parties on Nick's Twitch during the same time frame. Anyone who wants to scrub through the chats can feel free. And then quotes, I will sign your tits. That's a quote from Rekieta talking about Mandy. I will sign your tits. And then here's a YouTube comment from C. Goody saying, Mandy would definitely take all of Camelot's STDs with a smile on her face. And then in all seriousness, Mandy is gem, does hilarious art, is hilarious in general. The standard that they have for things being hilarious. Very, very much a typical standard for the Rekieta fan base. And he says, and is a fantastic member of the community. Yeah, I bet she is. Is there a way I can do air quotes in this? Oh, wait. But that was, okay, that one. Oh, yeah. Wait. Come on, hand. Come on, hand. It used to be that you could oh, wait. Here's single air quotes. Community or she or what was I saying? I don't know. Because I closed the overlay, the Steam overlay. There. Now it's open. Okay, so what was I saying? By spring 2022, Mandy had been a prominent part of not just Rekieta's fan base, but Rekieta's content itself. For instance, in this one stream by Rekieta in June 2022, Rekieta said Mandy over 30 times, engaging in an active discussion with Mandy, who is typing in the chat. In the course of the stream, Rekieta confirmed that Mandy was already sending tit pics to See Goody or whatever. The or whatever is a very frequent... Rekieta says or whatever in reference to a lot of things. That it's clearly some kind of tell. Here, let's play this and see how much of it loads for just try to preempt it. I don't know. But here the post continues saying, Rekieta's main goal during the stream was to convince Mandy to attend the 2022 edition of the Anime Matsuri Anime Convention in Houston, Texas, that was to be held in August of that year. Why was Rekieta wanting Mandy to attend Anime Matsuri 2022? And then, quote, I will sign your tits. I'm done. I'm done with life. Mandy, show up at Anime Matsuri. I will sign your tits. He later pressed Mandy to confirm that she was going to attend. She better. She's going to... Wait, does this show up when I... There. She better. Okay. I don't actually... I can't exactly see... All I can really see is the web browser right now. That's all I'm looking at, which is fine. That's fine. Let's see. He later pressed Mandy to confirm that she was going to attend, saying he had to prep Lady Rackets. I'm going to say Lady Rackets. Mandy is going to show up. She's Lithuanian. She apparently has tits. See Goody says they're pretty good. I'm going to sign them. I got to tell her before she's there. This is Rekieta trying to pretend that he hadn't already seen them, of course. That evasive, disingenuous Rekieta. Classic Rekieta move. Okay, yeah.
Andy's out here sending tit pics to See Goody or whatever.
Or whatever.
What is this, Mandy? What is this? Who's the Griff King? I don't have tit pics. I can't even verify if I should tell See Goody to run away.
Did Nick send dick pics to anyone? Did Nick Rekieta send dick pics to Tug's wife, who was constantly catfishing dudes for dick pics? I think, personally, yes, Nick Rekieta sent a picture of his dick to that umbrella guy's wife, because there's a long and very well-documented proven history of that happening. Let me, you know what? I want to see if this other clip, yeah, here, right? Is this loading? Now it's just completely unloaded, so I don't think this will work. Or will it? No, I think it's just bugged out. I hope it's not going to try to reload the entire page. That's fine. It may start playing on its own later, whatever.
Away from you. Very, very breaded, lady. Come on. What the fuck is this? Anyway, I'm joking. I'm literally joking. I don't want tit pics.
Literally joking, guys.
In my inbox. Fuck off. It's a joke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't even sign my tits. I hate you. Mandy, look, Mandy. I'm telling you this right now, Mandy. Show up to Anime Matsuri. I will 100%. I've changed my mind on this, Mandy.
Already? It's the same stream.
I will sign your tits.
Hmm.
I'm done. I'm done with life.
He should be. But here, we'll continue with the thread too. Or just this one post. It's a very long post. Let's get through it. Anyways, at the or whatever, to quote Nick Rekieta, the famous YouTuber, Grammy Award-winning YouTuber, Nick Rekieta. It says, at the time, Mandy said that she probably wouldn't be able to attend due to work. Not even going to try the air quotes. How? Guys, how do I do the air quote? Whatever. She ultimately decided not to attend, despite the fact that Cynthia, twice banned from Kiwi Farms. Yeah, this Cynthia lady who apparently, I don't know if she's I think she's a pretty good example, most likely, of a former Nick Rekieta fan who just had a meltdown. And sort of like with Owen Benjamin, where a bunch of Owen Benjamin fans just suddenly, they hate him, but they were psychos in the first place, as pretty much all of Nick Rekieta's fans were. Psychos, delusional, dishonest, child abusers, whatever. But again, that's not me speculating. That's been objectively proven. But yeah, most likely Cynthia was a fan of Rekieta and a nut job, and then basically jumped on the bandwagon of hating Rekieta, but still being a nut job. But this post says, despite the fact, can I actually sort of highlight these? Oh yeah, look at that. It's tricky because it kind of drags. But anyways, whatever. Despite the fact that Cynthia, twice banned from Kiwi Farms and Nick's Locals, claimed that she even offered to pay for her trip. And then here's a quote from Cynthia Behave on Kiwi Farms. I guess before she was banned from Kiwi Farms. Twice, apparently. And it says, notably back in the day, we all tried really hard to get Corey and Mandy to Anime Matsuri, Nick included. Somewhere there's a hilarious clip of Nick talking about Mandy and Corey needing to be on separate crosses facing away from each other because the flirt heat was so hot. Whatever. I even offered to pay for her to go, and Corey said he was game, sort of. He was worried about getting weed there. Oh no, darn. Earlier this year, Mandy claimed that the reason she could not attend was because she had no PTO left, in quotes. Here's a YouTube comment from someone named Played the Fifth saying he's been obsessed with Mandy for multiple years now. It would be funny if she was a catfish because he has invited her to Matsuri multiple times, but she hasn't come. Hasn't came. And then it says Mandy replies saying, he invited me once when I had no PTO left, not multiple times. I guess except now counts as multiple. PTO, I'm guessing, means paid time off. The post continues saying, August 2022 rolled around and Nick Rekieta, coming off the high of his coverage of the Johnny Depp trial, naturally pretending to be in support of Johnny Depp when, you know, we could, that's a whole other topic, but basically it was a fake, and that can be proven with facts and logic. But was feted as a king at Anime Matsuri. Here's Nick marveling and bragging at the size of the line to meet him at the convention while streaming from his room at the Hedonism 2 Swingers Resort in Jamaica, where he traveled to after the convention. I'm a little more mush-mouthed today than usual. Here, let's see if this picture loads up. It may not. And it doesn't seem to be. I want to give it a few seconds, but I mean, it could load up if I give it a minute. I don't want to. I'll just keep reading the post. You can kind of see. Here's the thing: is that you can see the picture he's showing of his line, and then him streaming is the Hedonism 2 hotel room that people on Kiwi Farms actually did their due diligence on for a change. They used to not do that. Used to do the exact opposite. Something called sweeping, I believe it's called. But now they're doing the opposite of sweeping. I think that's a good thing. And here, the locals' cum explosion. Rekieta Law replying to Mandy K. Mandy K saying, yeah, I was burned bad for that, lol. And Rekieta replies to her saying, poofed, burned. You made a bunch of dudes turbo horny. The people mad about it have all left locals. Again, trying to act like those people who got mad, they got mad. They're losers. They're weirdos, you could say. The Post continues saying, sadly, it was all downhill from there. Rekieta was ultimately suspended from YouTube in October of 2022, though the suspension was later reversed. And he responded by promoting his content on alt-tech platforms Rumble and Locals, which Rumble and Locals are essentially the same platform. Locals is just more of a social media wing, where Rumble is the video hosting wing. Locals features a chat room opened 24/7 for paying subscribers to participate in, though the page was set up to allow non-paying users to view. It became particularly notorious for its parasocial nature. Oh, that is that when the parasocial stuff started? I mean, the local stuff was especially parasocial, but his fan base was even more especially parasocial before then. They were his fans were rabidly parasocial even in like early 2018. I know that from personal experience too. As usual, for some reason, I'm always the one to just be a casual noticer, whereas a lot of people are angry at the noticing. Even people on Kiwi Farms used to be angry at the noticing. I remember that from personal experience as well. But anyways, it became particularly notorious for its parasocial nature, in which fans would compete for Nick Rekieta's attention, which eventually devolved into nonstop thirst posting, which Nick encouraged and even participated in himself, along with his wife. Yeah, the bottle pictures and the nude pictures. The thirst posting was kicked off in earnest a couple weeks earlier in October by none other than Mandy. And here's a quote from a post on Kiwi Farms from somebody named Yandex Captcha Solver. And he says, my, again, I'm not pointing out as like, is Yandex Captcha Solver also okay? I'm just saying, I assume everyone on Kiwi Farms is male. Very racist of me. And I wanted to do that intentionally. That's intentional. Anyways, he says, my understanding of Mandy is she kicked it off with the lewd posting of her tits on her potato quality phone, which is an interesting detail on its own. We'll get into that, since I'm going to read the entire thread, thread. I'm not reading this entire thread. We're starting at 2730, page 2731. I'm not reading the entire thread here, guys. Guys, choyet. The post continues saying, Mandy posted the photo while Nick was streaming live on Locals on October 26, 2022, firing the starter on the Locals thirst posting. Nick encouraged her to post a picture. She was teasing, saying, Mandy, if you posted the picture, you could go to bed. You could go to bed is his way of saying, get out of here before I start to thirst so hard. Before being seemingly pretend annoyed, reading the post again, before being seemingly pretend annoyed, but actually elated when she posted a topless picture of herself. And again, there's not enough sneer quotes or sarcasm quotes in the world. So I do appreciate that this guy just doesn't even really try. He doesn't even try. I mean, in a good way. I made myself lol out loud there while leaning over to delete the picture. He said, first of all, nice. Second of all, why would you post that before adding, sure, I'll sign them. And here's direct link and then originally clipped by Alyssa Clips. Now, you know what? I think I will click on this. I don't know how this
Mandy
will show
says,
up.
Nick, I took a pic, but you don't know if you should post it. What do you mean you don't know if you should post it? Why not? What are you worried about?
This is still listed. Okay.
I saw that one post you made, or the one picture you posted in chat. It was good.
Oh, I can't see that.
People hate your body. Fuck them.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Nick,
What do they hate your
defend
body
her.
for?
Defend her, Nick. She
Guys,
needs
stop letting other people dictate.
Catfish Defense Force. Pancake Catfish Defense Force in full force. Here, I'll just go back to the I wanted to play a little bit of that and go back to the thread. Photos of Nick and Kayla at a nude beach believed to be the beach at Hedonism 2. Although if it isn't, that's even worse, isn't it? But as well as most infamously, a photo of a whiskey bottle wedged up Nick Rekieta's bare ass ultimately made their way off of locals and onto the wider internet in mid-November of 2022, leading to Rekieta's thread on the site being moved from the multimedia board to Internet Famous, where it always should have been, as I called years ago. And as always, I was proven right about. Also, by the way, I want just to, not that I should be constantly praising the guy who wrote this post, but an actual accurate use of the word infamous, or infamously here, because that is what infamous actually means, is known for being bad, not a good thing. Infamous doesn't mean really famous. Infamous means bad, basically, which is properly used here. That needs to really be enforced. I see so many people. Pyrocynical's latest video, his latest official video, the one about Entropy Zero, a really good video, but he still, I think twice even, I counted. I memorized it with all the power of my OCD. I got OCD so bad, guys. But I think twice he uses infamous incorrectly to mean, he uses it to mean really famous. Very sad. Anyways, continuing the post. Mandy continued posting lewds in locals over the coming months, though the locals chat eventually slowed down. Notice, by the way, I was able to zoom in the thing. Again, I'm still testing and experimenting with some of this, this new show format. It's a new show and a new format. I zoomed this in so it should be a little more visible up in the corner, and I think I arranged the camera a little better too. So, things are good. Things are wonderful. Nick ultimately had an infamous drunken meltdown stream in May 2023 where he slurred out how much he would want to have sex with Mandy if he was not married. He even tried to convince her again to come to this year's Anime Matsuri convention in Houston in 2023, saying, Mandy is gorgeous, she's a gorgeous woman, and Lady Rackets would fucking fawn over Mandy if, unquote, if she attended. Many people speculated in Nick's thread or the Alyssa Clips comment section, hey, big ups to Alyssa Clips comment section, that this was a euphemism for a threesome, even though he also said, I will never have sex with you or whatever. But this was never confirmed. And then here's this clip. Instead of clicking on this link, I'm going to try to just paste this actual video because it's an unlisted video. I'm going to paste the entire video basically right here. I'll just start this video so you can see it.
Camelot, hey, do you know Mandy?
Yeah. How can someone not know Mandy?
She has nice tits.
Mandy is
That she
so
does.
fucking gorgeous.
Would eat that ass.
Oh my God. Mandy, if I were single, Mandy, you would never be single again. Mandy, if I were not married, girl, I would wreck you. I would save you. I would do whatever on earth. I would do
Also-
whatever on earth to praise you. these weird guys who are like, oh, you're too depressed or whatever. No, stop it.
But what if you were on the MDMA and then your pee
I don't need Kimla. I don't need MDMA from
What
Mandy.
if the pee was tracking
Mandy,
Mandy?
Mandy is so goddamn hot. Mandy is fucking phenomenally hot. Mandy is so hot. Mandy, if you come to Matsuri, I will not say a goddamn word.
Oh,
I won't say anything. I'm a Christian, trad, whatever. Lady Rackets will tell you that you are fucking fire. I don't need to say a goddamn word.
so
Mandy.
You won't eat her ass if she comes to Montsuri.
Let's not go too far, Camelot.
I will.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth because no, Mandy's fantastic. She's cool. She's based. She's hilarious. She's talented. And listen, Mandy is gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. And Lady Rackets would fucking fawn over Mandy. Mandy. These dudes that are letting you down, these people that are fucking hurt, like that are harming your life, relationship, whatever, they're garbage. You're a fantastic, wonderful person, and you don't need any of this validation at all. Mandy, you're fantastic. You're great. I love you. You're fucking wonderful. Look, I'm married. I'm a humble, wonderful man. I will never have sex with you or whatever. But plenty of people would, and anyone who wouldn't is fucking retarded.
Continuing with the post here, this was one of the few incidents during the past year and a half that rekieta has expressed any regret for, and actually prompted Nick to admit that he was drinking too heavily on his streams. No. He said he was going to cut back on his on-air drinking, which he did for a very limited period of time. In DMs that leaked to Kiwi Farms in August, a former fan told him that his going on for nearly 2 minutes about the things you would do to Mandy if you were single was very clearly not a joke. And Nick comes off as incredibly sexually frustrated, to which Nick admitted that the incident was a bad one, and it hurt a lot of people. It probably hurt Mandy. See, he's really concerned about this catfish, this guy that is catfishing him, and catfishing one of his biggest simp mods, the big Janny. To which Nick admitted that the incident was a bad one and hurt a lot of people. It probably hurt Mandy, who didn't deserve it, and it definitely was really shitty for my wife. And here's a couple screen caps of DMs. I plan to do an entire other video reading through all of the DMs. They're gigantic. Nick wrote a fucking book, but I plan to do a video like this, I think. I think this will work out, where I read through that. So I won't read them now. And it says, picture A, excerpt of message from former fan, perception check. That's the name of the former fan. And then B, excerpt of reply from Nick rekieta. And post continues saying, while Mandy was extremely active in the community, there's one thing she was not active in: voice chat. She was in locals giving excuses for why her mic didn't work and how she can't use Discord voice chat. And here's quotes from her. Let's see, this may not load up when I click on it, so whatever. I can still read it from here, basically, if I get up close. But here's Mandy K replying to C Goody. Hey, at Dependosaurus Rex, and I almost got my mic working on Discord, but I am confused. It worked for a second, then poof, stopped. I don't know why. And then another from Mandy saying, I just updated drivers and my PC barely recognizes the damn thing. I wonder if it's broken. Gee, what a shame. What a shame. I was going to say, where's my soundboard? Oh, that's right. I could use the soundboard. I could actually open that. Not going to. Not going to do that for this. For streams, maybe. Whatever. here, if I squint, good thing I have still okay eyesight. But this says, C. Goody replying to Mandy. Mandy saying, I almost got my mic working. C. Goody says, can help you run through the settings, see if that's the problem, question mark. Here's some guy saying, I have a barbecue tomorrow. I won it back. And then can't have a barbecue without the main course. And then I switched plugs to I'm so fucking confused. Mandy saying that. So it looks like it's just a screen cap of some general conversation, including her trying to get the voice chat working. Here is the next, another section of the post. Saying the profile picture. But wait a second, let's look at all that old YouTuber profile picture used by Mandy. A little closer that I used at the top of the post above. Credit to Not Who You Think, the username, Not Who You Think, for highlighting this part of the screenshot. And then here's this picture, which, again, if I click on it, okay, that worked. But here's this Mandy. And also here in the corner, actually, that's not Mandy. This in the corner, notice it says Mandy Carvisius, MIG-TO podcast. And this in the corner with the YouTube logo over it is supposed to be Mandy's profile pic. And here is Not Who You Think saying, also Mandy's old profile pic appears to be her working as a mechanic. Weird seeing her with clothes on. And back to the post saying, is this what Mandy looks like with clothes on? And again, here is Mandy picture. Hey, Drexel, blah, blah, blah. But again, this is apparently supposed to be Mandy. And the post says, well, no. I was able to find the original source for the profile picture. It's a stock image of a mechanic from Japan. Here again, I click on it and it works. It's wonderful. I did try preloading most of these pictures. So maybe that's why this one's working. Or maybe it's not, the site's not being DDoS'd right this second, or DDoS'd, however you want to say it. All the various ways you want to say it. Wow. I just, for some reason, this will always be so impressive. I'm moving my arms. Anyways. Part 2, analyzing the October 26th, 2022 topless photo. And here is apparently Mandy using a different profile pic here for, I believe this is locals, but saying I should show Nick the boob pic from a long time ago. From a long time ago, you say, wait. Whatever. The EXIF metadata. Now, a lot of this is technical stuff I may not go fully through, but I think I'm going to anyways, just because. Because it's here. Why am I going to read it? Because it's here. I'm gesturing. Okay, again. As described above, the topless photo, which I'm not going to show, by the way, just so if anyone's like, oh no, is there going to be a topless photo? I basically can't. I would like to. I would give a warning if I was going to also. But here's actually a sort of a plain text link to it, which is also censored. I'll get to that, though. So, as described above, the topless photo that Mandy dropped on October 26th was deleted immediately by Nick, but she posted other versions of it which were censored with various items overlaid on top of the nipples, which were apparently deemed as acceptable content by Nick. In one such version, posted in November 2022 and available live on Locals as of the time of this writing, with the metadata relevant to this section still attached at the following URL, which, again, I could have opened, can't. It says NSFW censored nipples. The nipples in the photo are obscured by a pair of male nipples overlaid on top. That's not a good way to censor things, but whatever. You know me. I don't like to judge. Other versions, such as one with the Rekieta Law logo embedded on top, have been archived on this thread. And it's a link to another thread, which Yeah, it's the same thread. It's just like another 2,000 pages or oh wait, no. It's about 1,500 pages earlier. It's page if I hover over this just right. 1201. So page 1,201. Okay. Months ago, it was noticed that Locals does, or at least did, not wipe all EXIF metadata, which is saved by most phones when a picture is taken. That's worth knowing for anyone out there who takes pictures on your phone. If you want to try to erase data, the kind of stuff on EXIF data it's not like it's going to dox you necessarily, or it shouldn't anyways, but it's worth noticing that it saves extra data that can be simply looked at. I saw this tooth is still chipped. I didn't want to exactly do this stream, but still, whatever. We're making do. Wipe the EXIF data completely, whereas Facebook wipes it, but adds data starting FBMD, which is like Facebook MD. It's like House MD, but with Facebook. No. Just no. Anyways, unfortunately, it seems that none of the GIF files posted by Mandy have any EXIF data attached to them. However, one of the censored versions of the infamous Mandy picture was posted in JPEG format instead of the GIF or PNGs that she often posted, and it has relevant EXIF metadata. And I'm just looking at this picture that's on the screen right now that is very clearly not the same as the picture up here that we saw. This one right here with clearly Japanese girl. It's the same hair color basically, but this looks more like a dyed black, whereas the Japanese girl is possibly just natural black hair color, but clearly a different person. Continuing the post, I suspected that this infamous nude photo was actually a picture of a monitor taken with a phone camera. The quality of the picture is rock bottom along with all of her other photos of herself, but it is low quality in a different way than most of the others. There's oddness with the lighting, especially at the bottom of the image, that I thought might be the backlight bleeding off the edges of the monitor. In addition, the perspective seems weird. I noticed that this was extremely similar to another picture posted by Mandy, specifically this one. As you can see, unlike most of her other stolen images, this one is riddled with stripes of mosaic noise and some bleaching in the periphery. This looks like a bright monitor screen, and the flickering of the screen, usually invisible to our eyes, was captured. Regardless, this image is dubious. Before going further, it is worth noting some descriptions Mandy gave of her current phone in the Locals chat. And then here are a bunch of quotes saying, I have a potato Nokia, but hey, no contract and $10 a month for 3 gigs. I have the first Apple phone, and I have a Nokia Android I take to work. Mine is a shit Nokia anyway, Lamau. And then after being asked what network, Verizon. Here's the EXIF metadata. Spoiler, EXIF metadata long. We don't really have to look at this. Although here, I should be, see. Here basically is an example of stuff that's in metadata. It says, JPEG, big endian, EXIF byte order, Motorola, this kind of stuff. Which, again, it's just showing like scene type, directly photographed, sensing method, one chip color area. So this is the kind of stuff that gets stored in metadata, not necessarily. Here's GPS date time, but it's not really going to show where you are necessarily. But it can show other stuff that you may not want to show. But it says, the camera model name is Nokia 2V. The Nokia 2V, released around 2019, is a Verizon-branded version of the Nokia 2.1, a low-end Android phone. While a review from NeoWin for the Nokia 2.1 from October 2018 states that the camera is subpar at best, whoa, huge, just trashing her camera quality. That is by the standards of 2018, and the included sample photos demonstrate a vastly higher quality than in Mandy's pictures. So yeah, here's an archive of like somebody's review of the camera or the phone or whatever. Now let's really dig into the EXIF metadata. I suspected something was weird. Oh wait. Something was weird when I saw the reported field of view volume of 161.1 degrees, far higher than the typical phone photo. The following extremely detailed analysis of the EXIF metadata was provided by Altistic Right. TLDR, the infamous nude which threw Nick's locals into the thirst posting craze that turned him into a lolcow, was likely a photo of a computer screen taken by a Nokia running Android 9 just after 8 p.m. Central Time on February 27th, 2022, which is a solid 7-ish months before the photo was posted. And here, starting with the first timestamps, we'll look at the timestamps here. Should be visible here. So I'm not going to read through all that. We can see two sets of timestamps here. GPS time, which is 18 seconds ahead of UTC, and the time of creation and modification. GPS time, UTC 2:17 and blah, blah, blah. This is February 2022 creation, blah, blah. The difference is 6 hours. UTC -6 includes Dallas, the claimed place of Mandy's residence. So that part might apparently, most likely, is true. We can also see the phone she was using. Make HMD global camera model named Nokia 2V. You can erase EXIF data pretty easily, by the way, if you just, like if you're on a PC, just right click it and go to like properties, and I forget if it was security or details, I think details, and it will say if there will be a thing you can click on to just wipe out the personal information on a file, which isn't really that important for pretty much most cases. And again, sometimes when you post it to a social media, like apparently Facebook, it will wipe out the EXIF data on its own anyways, which kind of a good thing. Twitter might do that as well. I don't know. I prefer not to take a chance, but then again, the photographs I take don't really have any risk of that kind of stuff. But here, a Nokia 2V, the original resolution of her selfie is 2448 by 3264. She downsized it proportionally to 400 by 300, or 408 by 308, likely an attempt to disable any reverse image searching tools, which also kind of informs you that you could theoretically disable reverse image searches, such as Google reverse or Google image search or TinEye, by just downsizing a picture enough. Theoretically, it can still be detected. TinEye can still detect something if it's sized down enough, but sometimes you can try to get around that, I suppose. Here's the tripod, and that's crossed off, and it says camera specifications of her phone, of the phone: rear single camera, main camera 8MP, megapixels, autofocus, video recording, blah blah. The front camera is known as the selfie camera, right, and the main camera is the one opposite to the screen shown below on the left. F means the f-stop or aperture value. MP, megapixels. 8MP means 8 million pixels. The native resolution of the photos from the phone's main camera is 2448 by 3264. This shows that she took the image with the main camera. You may be wondering, what if she was just that tech shabby and knows the main camera will produce better results? We can explore the EXIF data further. And here's shutter speed, aperture value 2.0. The f-stop recorded here is 2.0, which corresponds to the main camera. The EXIF data records of the field of view as 161.1 degrees. And here's code, blah, blah, blah. Hyperfocal distance, 0.12 m. This basically means anything that is 0.12 m, 2 equals 0.06 m away from the sensor in focus. The other is 0.6 m, which is out of focus. Useless information. Oh no, I just read it. Oh no, I just read it anyways. With this data, we can calculate the working distance, WD, which is the distance between I don't have to read any of this. I'm going to anyways. This probably won't take that long necessarily. I'm just going to read through it. You know what will make it take it longer? If I keep explaining like this. All right. WD, the working distance, which is the distance between the camera sensor and the subject that is in focus. In this case, it was a photo of Mandy. To do this, we need to calculate the equivalent focal length, first using the FOV and sensor size. There's another reason why I'm reading all of this, is because with Kiwi Farms getting DDoSed, you can't exactly find a good way to read this for yourself. I mean, theoretically. So this is a good way to archive this information. That's really why I wanted to do this video in the first place, is to actually archive this information in video form. FOV usually refers to horizontal FOV in this field of view. So we first need to know the physical length of this camera sensor. We know the image format is 3x4. The pixel size is 1.12 The native image is 2448 by 3264. Horizontally, there are 3264 counts of 1.12 pixels. 1 micrometer equals 0.001 millimeters, meaning the sensor size is 3264 times 1.12 equals 3655, blah, blah, blah. With the values for FOV and sensor size, and then here's a formula that shows it. Definitely not going to read that. Not going to read all that shit. But anyways, this means the distance between the phone camera's sensor and the subject Mandy was only around 1.32 centimeters or 0.52 inches. Have you ever held the phone half an inch away from yourself, phone screen facing away from you, to take a selfie? Like, turn your hand away from you and then hold it half an inch from your face to take a selfie. Have you? Neither have I, as it says. And you know what? Neither have I. Mandy's selfie was just a phone photo of a computer monitor. That's basically what all this was proving, essentially. They did the math. They did the autistic math. You noticed something? That's autistic. Didn't you know that? Did you notice that noticing things is autistic? Sure is. Don't do that, I guess. Hey, but that's one thing. If Nick Rekieta will probably never, ever, ever acknowledge this. But if he does, he'll just be like, look at how autistic they are, going over the math of like how far away a camera is from a computer monitor. And he'll use that to dismiss the entire thing by just saying, look at how autistic they got over it. Ignoring, of course, that it means that it's true and that they did the math. They did their facts. Anyways, continuing the post. So here is what she did. 1, she found a photo and shrunk it using the image viewer so it can fit on the phone's screen in the camera app. 2, she took a photo of the monitor with the phone around 1 centimeter away. And then 3, she then downsized that photo to ant resolution. This Rekieta stream screenshot and resize this, snap with phone, and then resize again. It appears that aside from downsizing, she also brightened the image and added more contrast. The results of phone cameras always differ from model to model. 4K monitor, so less banding, but you get the point. Thank you again to Autistic Right for providing this analysis. The final part, part 3, the Reddit heist. This should be the final part anyways. Fucking hell, comma, period, Mandy. Nick Rekieta's response to a photo of Mandy K, which was actually stolen from Reddit. And then here's another that says Rekieta replying to Mandy saying, nice legs. Is it? Another response to a Mandy photo, which was actually stolen from Reddit. So many pictures stolen from Reddit. And again, I'm not going to show the pictures. I would like to. I would certainly, to quote the great hero Anakin Skywalker, I would certainly like to. But I'm not, I would certainly like to quote Anakin Skywalker. What? That doesn't make sense. Anyways. Reading from the post. We've learned that the infamous picture that prompted the craze of posting lewds and nudes on Nick Rekieta's locals, ending with a bottle wedged up Nick's bare ass. Again, you can't really even blame Mandy for that. You can blame Mandy for starting it, which I'm not saying that this post is blaming Mandy or Nick or whatever. I'm just saying, ultimately, Mandy didn't put a gun to Rekieta's head and say, post a bottle up your ass, motherfucker. That didn't happen. That was Nick choosing to do that just on his own. And I'm sure other people were doing that themselves. But Nick didn't have to do that. As the saying goes, if I've been thinking about it for a while, and if everyone else was jumping off a bridge, yes, I would too. Anyways, ending with a bottle wedged up Nick's bare ass was likely the picture that started it all, was likely taken off a still image being displayed on a computer monitor. But maybe Mandy took the picture on an old phone or something and the photo was only on her computer or something. That has to be it, right? No. It is my personal belief that all of the photos Mandy posted claiming to be herself were actually stolen, and I can prove it for a lot of them, 5 of them to be exact. Consider the following 5 photos from Mandy posted on Locals. These are among the most suggestive pictures that Mandy posted on Locals. All of them have the weird pixelated quality to them, typical of Mandy's photos. Just an old phone, right? All of the images are low quality. 4 of the 5 are GIF images, which is that's actually really bizarre right there. The PNG image is also low resolution, 407 by 300. That's a tiny resolution. It's not even 800 by 600. And has the weird pixelated quality as well. Guess what? All 5 were posted by a Reddit user named Submissive Little Toy, who has since deleted their account, but the bulk of the photos must have been posted in 2016 or earlier, because there are forum posts archiving the photos from them, and some of the photos have the date on them. If you look at old.reddit.com, blah, 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 Reddit 6 years ago, comments and such, and poke around the Wayback Machine link in the post, you can find that a single post from this user dated August 2016 had 489,709 views on Imgur and a whopping 6,893 Reddit up-deuterinos as of earlier this year. Now, the tell was image number 1 in the list above. This was posted with the comment, "I dropped my phone on my face," in the thread OMG Monday Night Stream in October 2022. I will post this one outside the spoiler since it's the least suggestive image. The woman is fully clothed in this one. It is a crappy 205 by 154 GIF. And here's Mandy saying, "I dropped my phone on my face," and then here's the picture, which is, I can't, if I clicked on this, it wouldn't even really necessarily be any bigger, I don't think. This was the smoking gun. Put it into a reverse image search, and it comes right up with the fact that they were posted on Reddit by username Submissive Little Toy, and have been archived outside of Reddit on multiple websites. Below is the original photo. You will note that instead of it being a 205 by 154 GIF with tons of noise compression artifacts, it is 1280 by 960 and not weirdly pixelated at all. In other words, the photos were not taken on old phones at all. They were deliberately degraded, almost certainly, in a failed attempt to defeat reverse image searching. Here's a Wayback Machine archive of the original Imgur album where this picture was uploaded. I did try and click on this and look at it, of course, last night, and the link, or not even the link, but the archive seemed to have been dead. So either that was one of the other things I tried that didn't work. Very unfortunate. What a shame. What a shame. I'm gesturing this way when I mean this way. There. Imgur has wiped not safe for work content, but as of May 2023, the album had 63,000+ views. The archived Imgur albums all had tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of views, including some with just under 500,000 views. Altistic Right was able to take the original photo that Mandy stole off of Imgur or some re-upload site and replicate the weird old phone picture quality almost exactly. Process, shrink to 10%, enlarge 10 times, shrink to 10%, add in 7% of noise, export as GIF with 64 colors. The difference could just be variation between noise and adding algorithms. The contrast difference is due to how he enlarged and shrunk it, or he might have decreased contrast. Photoshop's algorithm is pretty good. If he was using the GIMP, the results might be worse. Can you tell which one was Mandy's photo? Let's now knock down each of the other photos in order. The reverse image search on the picture posted by Mandy leads to galleries with the other images posted. Those URLs go to a porn site, and it goes without saying that they are NSFW, not safe for work, and only go there with a lockdown browser with ad block or whatever if you choose to do so. From the gallery, we can knock off the other 4 images, though they are sufficiently different that I don't think they would appear in any reverse image searches. And then here, image number 2 is imagefap.com, photo, blah, blah, blah. This Mandy picture was actually the top right corner of an image posted by Reddit user Submissive Little Toy with the weird artifacts added. Image 3, again, imagefap. This Mandy picture was an image posted by Reddit user Submissive Little Toy, which has been flipped horizontally and then cropped to avoid posting the breast weird artifacts added. Image 4, actually an image posted by Submissive Little Toy that was flipped horizontally, probably for the whole reverse image searching thing. Image 5, again, posted by Submissive Little Toy, rotated counterclockwise 90 degrees, and the breasts have been cropped out. If, in case you are wondering, well, what if Mandy posted on Reddit too? Consider this. The Wayback Machine 2016 era archive for Submissive Little Toy includes the comments she posted. She appears to be saying here that the new underwear she's modeling for you guys on Reddit was purchased from La Senza, described by Wikipedia as a Canadian fashion retailer. According to the Wikipedia page, in 2016, around the date of this post, several La Senza stores opened in the United States on an experimental basis, mentioning 2 stores in Ohio and 1 each in Illinois and Indiana. But Mandy is in Texas, and there were no stores listed in Texas on the Wikipedia page as being part of the experimental expansion to the United States. And here's a picture of that Submissive Little Toy. Love modeling new underwear for you guys. Why is the F in a box parentheses? Whatever. Oh, part 3 wasn't the last. Okay. In other words, in all likelihood, the original poster was Canadian and therefore could not be Mandy. Part 4, MK Flower, Team Fortress 2 Addict. Here's Mandy's Steam profile. And it is MK Flower with a female pyro. Well, Pyrocynical would probably like this, right? I'll link to the Steam profile and link to an archive of the Steam profile. The account is nearly 16 years old and was made in February 2008. There are a large number of previous names, but only a few of them are preserved by Steam. You can wipe out your previous name. You can change your name anytime you want on Steam, your display name, but you can also erase the previous display names anytime you want as well. It appears Mandy was called out for being a catfish enough to write a sarcastic bio. Let's hope she wasn't actually collecting dick pics. Oh no, Tug's wife. This could be Tug's wife. And here's the thing, if it's Tug's wife, it actually is a female. It's just a really gigantic, bloated, melty ham creature of a fat chick. This is the hearts, by the way, are the way that Steam censors swear words. Not sure what one this one is. The N word, soft A though, perhaps? I don't know. But says blank, please. Guys, don't play this game. If you're claiming to be a man, then I want some proof, package or GTFO. And then here, continuing the post, Mandy K is a bisexual girl gamer. And here, groups that Mandy is in, girl gamers, and then bisexual gamers. Mandy K appears to have been obsessed with Team Fortress 2/TF2, accumulating many thousands of hours. I'm not an expert on how TF2 works. I've played it, but I have a vague understanding that Valve games have tradable cosmetics or something along those lines. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 has hats. They had hats at first, and then they added a bunch of extra stuff. And some of them can be traded, some of them not. But it depends on what they are. A lot of the hats are usually tradable. I think there's junk items that you can use to craft into hats. That was a weird... I never bothered with most of that. According to a third-party inventory site for TF2 items, the first trade MK Flower made was in March 2014, and the last was October 2020. MK Flower owns 643 items with real-world value of around $1,800 as of the time of this writing, which is enough to place her in the top 13,000 of TF2 item portfolios, despite not collecting any new items in over 3 years. Mandy Caravicius first started pay-pigging for Nick Rekieta with a super chat in September 2020, the month before the last TF2 transaction. For instance, in February 2019, MK Flower purchased Unusual Cat's pajamas for $153. Holy shit. Fresh out of the plot. Congrats on MK Flower on the purchase, and thank you for the screenshot. Only recent sale, blah, blah, blah. Taking 69 keys, Unusual Cat's pajamas, level 88 hood. Oh, yeah, it's for the pyro. There are archived pages of MK Flower's Steam profile, the earliest being from a few months after the account was made in 2008. My thought was that the earliest archive would be male, but nope. In June 2008, it was Mandy from Israel. If this really is a man, he has been pretending for nearly 16 years. Steam ID Zombie Girl. With an archive link. In 2009, the bio was edited to say, yes, I'm a girl playing online video games. Get a hold of yourself and stop being rude. Also a part of the group Cute Girls, described as for attractive females and guys who like attractive females. There's really nothing that screams catfish more than I'm in a Steam group of attractive, cute females. I love being a girl. And here's a screen cap with Harley the Zombie Girl. Again, update from Mandy, I suppose. This isn't really loading, of course, so whatever. But there's an archive link as well. As of July 2015, she accumulated 3,119 hours of playtime in Team Fortress 2. That is an average of nearly 70 minutes of gameplay every single day for over 7 years. Is this really someone who isn't familiar enough with technology to figure out how to set up a mic for Discord? Discord does have problems with microphones sometimes, but yeah, it is sussy baka. When Discord has a phone app that will be installed and you can use the built-in phone mic. This seems like someone who would be in Discord VCs all day if it was a real woman. And she has 343 out of 518 achievements in TF2 also. And is that the max rank badge for it too? Yeah, 3,119 hours on record, last play played July 6th. As of July 2015, though. In fact, a review posted says that MK Flower has played or has 5,540.8 hours of playtime as of December 2023 in Team Fortress 2, and over 5,400 hours, 56.6 as of the date of the review at the end of 2019. Doing some math, that implies that MK Flower played an average of 85 minutes of TF2 every single day between July 2015 and December 2019. However, only 84.2 hours were accumulated from 2020 to 2023. Along with the date of the last inventory change, it seems that Mandy stopped playing TF2 in 2020. My suspicion is that the ubiquity and ease of use of Discord made the bisexual girl gamer LARP untenable. That's a good word, untenable. You like that word? And Mandy moved to the rekieta law community instead. In conclusion, but this finally wraps up the whole post. In conclusion, here's Mandy K replying to someone, huge ass, saying, prepare to receive lots of dick pics. Not from me. I've already seen the boobies. And Mandy, she says, I have a whole album for my Black Mare collage. Uh-oh, is this another vault situation? And then picture of Milo holding up the vault, his, personal hard drive of blackmail stuff. This also is very telling. This album of blackmail is something that Umbrella guy's wife also had done. So could this be that Umbrella guy's wife as well? I don't know. That there's nothing that points to that specifically aside from the fact that it's a catfish and the idea of getting a bunch of dick pics from guys. Here also, thank you to Clarence for providing the screenshot of Milo's vault. And so that is the end of that post. So, once again, thanks for watching. Big ups to Kiwi Farms. Big up to Baldo's Gate for writing this post. And I wanted to do this video so that in a way it would be easier to consume or absorb, or whatever you want to call it, the post, so that you can see it for yourself. Even with Kiwi Farms having its current problems with the loading, which is getting DDoS'd a lot. There's another post I want to do, another video I want to do about a bunch of DMs from a former fan. I plan to read it using this format because I think this is nice. I want to change avatars just because I can. I got a whole list of other avatars. You know what? I like this one, right? Maybe I should have used this one. I like how there's no lip syncing, but it moves the head up and down when I talk, just like in the original game. I'm gonna use this one. But I might record that tomorrow or later because I want to sit down. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Purified hydrogen bomb. No, okay. Thanks for watching. And support us on Subscribestar. I might just post this whole video in public. But there's a lot of videos on our Subscribestar where we go into a bunch of deep dives, doing a bunch of reading and screenshots and the receipts, or also known as evidence. So, become PayPig on our Subscribestar to support the people who are telling you the truth. Learn the unforgivable truths that nobody else wants you to know, and become a human again and a PayPig. I'm trying to remember the pattern. It gets more and more complicated because I keep adding shit to it. Whatever. Look, I'm not going to soft shoe this. Just give us money. Give us fucking money, you mother... Can I clench? Oh, yeah. Give us money. There weren't individual articulated fingers in the original game, were there? Or were there? Because there weren't an MGS2. Again, whatever. You can also donate money to us in other ways. PayPal, Bitcoin, of course. Support shitty webcomics by supporting good webcomics or good comics in general. Links below. You can check out Iconic Comics. They got lots of good stuff. King Wolf Comics is a good way to support and get actual good comics and support the real anti-censorship creators. And for everyone else, though, should have listened to shitty webcomics. Oh, hey, almost didn't see you there. We've gotten through the introduction. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow. Yay. Oh my God. It's pretty. Guys, it's pretty. Anyways, the post by once again, just like last time, by Baldur's Gate, yesterday. Well, that means that means fucking New Year's Eve. You spent New Year's Eve posting this? That's pretty cool. I approve. I personally approve. So yeah, New Year's Eve around noon, it says. Neat. Once again, this is on page 2,836 of the Rekieta thread. Thread's really been blowing up over the past year, or the past few months even. I wonder why. Perhaps we can discover the mystery. So it says, Mandy exposed... Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Not going to get distracted. Guys are not going to get distracted. Mandy exposed as man. Daniel Paul Harris. Mandy Caravicius. Mandy K. M.K. Flower in this post. Gay trans catfish. If only you knew how bad things really are. So many pictures of Rekieta. Especially that. Both that they fit perfectly with if only you knew how bad things really are. As usual, we were the first people to make that meme with Rekieta. But let's just get into the post. Nick Rekieta was catfished into ruining his life by Daniel Harris of Texas, a man older than him who has been pretending to be a gamer girl Hooters waitress / mechanic online for a decade and a half. Holy shit. Those tend to be the best catfishes, the ones who are managed to make it for over 10 years. Give them the 10-year chip of catfishery. This post will assume knowledge of the background of Mandy Caravicius and Mandy's history of posting stolen thirst trap photos in Rekieta's locals. If you are unaware of that background yourself, there is a video I did where I read this guy's previous post that goes into what they call on the internet autistic detail, which means correct, informative informational detail, if you will. Yeah, if you just look for like Rekieta catfish on my channel. And again, I'm not saying that to be like, hey, man, it's to click on the ad, turn off the pesky ad. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to monetize this channel. On YouTube anyways. I technically have through Subscribestar, which my Subscribestar has lots of delightful things, but I will also say I did think for a second about making this video specifically for the Subscribestar pig paywall. And the thing is why I don't want to is because the real content is from Kiwi Farms. So if I'm making people pay for something that's on Kiwi Farms and essentially de-incentivizing my own videos, it's like, well, why, hear my video about it when you can read about it on Kiwi Farms for free? I figure stuff that's on Kiwi Farms, like there was a big DM leak between Rekieta and one of his fans sending just books, especially Rekieta, just sending books of cope about how this fan didn't like him anymore, didn't like his channel, didn't like his behavior, and on, and so on and so forth. I did post that one. Here, can I get a little closer? There we go. Better. I made a video of that, which was a couple hours or so, over a couple hours. And I posted that to the Subscribestar. If you want to see that one's a really good one. And I justify putting that behind the pig paywall because it's really just a bunch of screenshots that could have come from anywhere. I just happened to get them from Kiwi Farms. If it's Kiwi Farms post, though, I'm not gonna, I'll make that a public video, of course. I'm saying this basically to virtue signal. Look at my strong principles, guys. Chuyat. Look at that. But here, I know that speaking of Chuyat is going over my face, really, though. Now I'm licking chat the way Rekieta licks the bottle. Wow. This really does all tie together. Wow. Anyways. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, hello. Happy New Year. Mandy, lol, pottery. Mandy and pottery. Two great things that go great together. Moon wanted new project money. Knickers was his way in. He hosted Weebs for Server Cat. Yeah, there was certainly a lot of interesting aspects. Like Nick Rekieta being an anime fan or being the anime lawyer. I knew right up front that wasn't true. But as usual, we were the only ones saying it. That's the thing. If you're not a popular YouTuber and you say it, people instinctively doubt it. If you're not a popular YouTuber and you tell the truth, people doubt it. If you are a popular YouTuber and you lie, people believe it. That is the way things will always happen for the next billion years, something like that. The way things always have been. So, he was getting too much feedback from normies. Oh yeah, that was another. I assume about Nick. Yeah, that was painful for Nick. That hurt Nick inside, deep down inside, in here where it counts, guys. Is the normies that Nick wanted to appeal to. Is there a seating mode? I want to sit down. Ugh. Very sad. But here, if I read it like this, it's just going to look like I'm so depressed. I'm just I gotta read this Rekieta. Oh, look at the confetti. Wow, look at the confetti, guys. Wow. Anyways, so getting into this, this post will assume knowledge of the background. Again, if you want to see more about that, this guy's previous post, I did a reading of that. You can also read his post if you go to Kiwi Farms. The one thing, though, one of the reasons why I did that original video and this one is because Kiwi Farms is constantly at risk of getting downed, DDoSed, whatever. A good way to archive some of these wonderful posts. This one, I'm sure, is wonderful. The last one was quite good, so this one, I'm sure, will also be quite good. Best way to do that is to do a video about it. And because I have a lot of personal interaction, a lot of personal history that almost nobody else on the entire planet does regarding Nick Rekieta, I'm a little bit more suited to actually provide some extra content, derailing content sometimes, which is always fun for me. For dumb people, oh wow. For dumb people, yeah, certainly, perhaps they won't like my content derailing, but you know what? They can go take a short walk off a long pier. That's what I have to say about that, which is so much worse than the other way around, of course. Anyways, he says, Mandy's history of posting soul thirst trap photos and Rekieta's locals. Context is provided in this post from 2 weeks ago. Do you know Mandy, the catfish redditor? A former TF2 addict who prompted Nick's complosion. Unimpressed Cabbage was the first to post that Good Logic had likely leaked Mandy's number on page 2796. So this is page 2836. Like 40 posts or 40 pages of this one thread ago. That was like the previous day. Holy shit. Anyway, so it's like this Rekieta, I just point that out because it kind of proves that Rekieta's threads, actually maybe that was a week ago. I was going to say this thread goes like 50 pages a day, but maybe not, I don't know. But it says Daniel P. Harris's information was posted on page 2798 by multiple people. Here, I want to shoot the confetti at that. It's wonderful. By multiple people. The first being Anticipantment, who later deleted their post. What? But this post should hopefully clear up any doubt as to whether the information was correct. Meet Buffalo Dan, the internet skinwalker. Maybe that is a reference to Silence of the Lambs. I thought the Buffalo Dan was just the guy's internet name previously on his real account. He's known by Buffalo Dan, but Catgirl Tyrannid, cute, says Mandy's halfway becoming a virtual Buffalo Bill wearing this woman's life like a skin suit. This woman's life, that's an interesting part. I skimmed this thread earlier, and I didn't know that Mandy Caravicious is not just a made-up name. Here, though, Amanda Michelle Caravicious, allegedly born August 8, 1989. Almost at 1890. Whoa. Now that is some classic catfishing. But going by the name Mandy Caravicious appears to be a persona created by Daniel Paul Harris, born August 8, 1981. Pretty big age gap there. Of Arlington, Texas. You know what comes from Texas? Catfish. Originally from the outskirts of Shreveport, Louisiana. Is that even worse? I don't know. Really a fucking terrific condemnation of Louisiana. The deep South, huh? Well, consider yourself over. Anyways, it is likely that Buffalo Dan Harris stole the name of a real-world woman also named Amanda Caravicious, who also spent her younger years living in the Shreveport area and has been skinwalking on the internet as her since at least February 2008, about 16 years. Holy shit. One thing I think is interesting also, stolen the name of the real world woman. I almost, for a second, I thought it said stolen the voice, which you can do. If you've ever seen some of Bro Team's stuff, he would do streams this year even, where there's some kind of live AI transformer. So he would do streams. He would just do entire streams as Joe Biden using an AI that would just live transform his voice into Joe Biden's. And apparently, oh yeah, he also did that with Jordan Peterson, of course. But theoretically, if you can do that, you could do that with just some chick. But anyways, here, the TLDR is Joe/good loud chick leaked Mandy's phone number on Christmas morning. Okay, so it was over a week ago, yeah. All right. And it turns out Daniel Buffalo Dan Harris is the man who puts the man in Mandy, and he should really get over Amanda Caravicious. It's been over a third of his life spent internet skinwalking as her. So next part, Mandy's proof of womanhood, which is also, by the way, this is why I posted or why we listened to some of those other videos earlier of Mandy showing up on people's streams or, people talking about her. Following the revelation 2 weeks ago that all of Mandy's photos, I'm going to put that emphasis on every time. Mandy's photos appear to have been stolen from the internet and deliberately altered and degraded to defeat reverse image searching, which might reveal the theft. Mandy eventually responded around Christmas. While Mandy could not prove that the thirst traps they had posted were of them because they were obviously stolen. It is true that it was proven that those pictures were just straight up stolen. The idea was to provide proof that Mandy was actually a woman. Because that was one thing, yeah. That comment I read from the other guy who said he didn't think that Mandy was a man. It was, no, it's not the I despise all queers. All queers. And that means you. Mark Gatto said, I will put my hand up and say I wasn't convinced of the Mandy theory. I had my money on a horse face, which is kind of a weird theory that it would be a different, a weird theory that it would be a different Mandy or something using different, like the Mandy from Comicsgate had posted real thirst traps of herself. And then to take thirst trap pictures from other women to post instead is almost like self-defeating. And I'm just kind of assuming that that's what he meant when he said he assumed it was a horse face Mandy. But anyways, while Mandy could not post the thirst traps, Mandy was an actual woman. Example, Christmas example. Christmas example. Wow, yay. All right. Christmas example 1, the paper sign. Wow. The first response was this $1 super chat. Going cheap there, man. Mandy. Posted to Nick Rekieta's locals chat, in which a person writes a message to Kiwi Farms on a page held up to and obscuring their face. That's not too suspicious, is it? The message was posted during Rekieta's December 21st stream with attorney Ty Beard. Wow, that's embarrassing. Being on with Ty Beard. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's just get to that. The message read, "Hey, KF, I do not accept your apology. Sorry." Again, we posted the clip of that. It's unclear what apology was being responded to. Yeah, that's also pretty mysterious. Rekieta responded jubilantly. Jubilantly, yeah. That would be very Rekieta-ish. The farms were wrong about Rekieta. Yeah, the Karen farms wrong about Rekieta again. Karen farms, why are you constantly getting this wrong all the time? Especially about Mandy being such a hot chick. She's so hot. Mandy herself confirmed that the fanfic farms had been felted. That's over, guys. Good stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's over. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Here's updates. Mandy telling Kiwi Farms to fuck off. Flowers emoji. Did you get like a tan? Oh no, here we go. And then, yeah, here's Rekieta gloating. Rekieta, as usual, just totally winning here, saying gay trans catfish. Another updates here saying, what the fuck is this? Here's somebody else just saying, really, the focus, I assume you mean blah, blah. It still is. So maybe just replying to something else in the locals choyat. Yeah, this is just about some other topic here, I think. But here's this. I heard from KF that you're a tranny catfish, TF. And Mandy says F. So here's the thing is that Mandy can just say, that, of course that's false. I'm a guy. You know, psychologically, the way that a lot of people make excuses like that. Rekieta's done that multiple times, where he's like, you know, of course I'm not a swinger. I've turned down a woman once who hit on me. So that's the way that the rationalization, the cope, if you will, functions inside the mind. Nick Rekieta triumphantly read the message live on stream, proud that Mandy has proven herself to be a woman and not a catfish. And here's Dear Kiwi Farms, love Mandy. And it is this video that I played here already, this one.
Okay, so this is
again, it's like just two people who should be embarrassed to see each other on each other's streams. It's clicked on the last tab. I should actually scroll. Well, yeah, whatever. I'll just get to that later. That's for the end of the stream. Bonus. Christmas example 2, the Christmas morning call-in. Here's Mandy sending super chat saying, just called Joe's shoe. Wait a second. And told him some Cowboys jokes and destroyed KF's narrative. So that was fun. Narrative destroyed. Mandy later continued the I am totally a cute gamer girl mechanic and definitely not a man tour, participating in a call-in stream with Nick's LawTube ally, Joe/GoodLogic, on December 24th, with Joe returning her call just before 2:30 a.m. on Christmas morning Central Time. That's how these people are spending Christmas. The call featured her extremely feminine-sounding voice reciting Dallas Cowboys jokes. And again, it's the video that we played. Does that sound like a woman to you? Let me just shoot confetti all over that. Anyways, Here, this. Let's listen to this one more time. In fact, wait here.
Okay. I'm not gonna put you in a spot to talk about it in front of like 500 people. But
All right. Well, enjoy your show and hello, everybody.
That's Mandy's voice. It's supposed to be Mandy's voice. Does that sound like you can say, well, okay, that's a woman, but sounds at least like an older woman. And that doesn't mean that it's not that, the Mandy in the chat and posting pictures and stuff was the person who called in. Could have just said, hey, call here, call from my number, or, some guy getting his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, or his mom. Maybe that's really what happened. Wouldn't be surprised. But here, unfortunately for Mandy, Joe accidentally showed his call history on screen briefly before returning her call. And here it says, clip of call history leak. I won't play this clip because it shows a bunch of phone numbers or something. The call history contained Mandy's number. The screenshot below, taken from the full clip, had the correct number highlighted along with Mandy's comments identifying the correct area code. And again, I won't zoom in on that, but free people search websites gave differing results for the details of the identity of the owner. Further, it would not be clear directly from the number whether the owner of the number was in fact the person behind the fake persona, Mandy Carvicius, since in theory the person behind the persona could have been using someone else's phone number. As this post will show, there is way more than enough evidence to conclude that the correct answer is Daniel P. Harris, a 42-year-old man from Arlington, Texas. And here's a screenshot of stuff. Spoiler that this private information is unavailable to guests. So I won't be looking at that because I don't have a Kiwi Farms account. And I'm not going to register one. Sorry, Karen Farms. But this is interesting because this is the person, essentially a person who has been wronged by all this. Skinwalking victim Amanda Carvicius / Amanda Carpenter. Being clear, there is no evidence of any kind that Amanda Carvicius has or had any involvement in the Mandy persona beyond providing the inspiration for its name. It seems likely that Daniel Harris has stolen her name to use online, which that's certainly in sort of fitting with the behavior of Rekieta and his friends and his fans and the wrenches in the chat and so on. For now, for right this second, let me just I've been standing up this whole time. It's literally worse than the Holocaust. Anyways, he stole someone's identity, and Joe's all, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, apologizing to the person. I'm reading the chat, guys. Guys, I'm reading the chat. Apologizing, basically, Joe, good logic, is essentially apologizing to the person who stole the identity. Identity theft. It's not cool. Internet Skinwalker. First stream of the year, and I'm late. Well, at least you're here now. Here's one thing about streams, by the way. I only do streams because it's easier to just record. I don't have to process them. I just hit go. Yay, I hit go. Yay. And it's nice that it's that easy. Voice mods are easy to get since 2019 too. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, changing your voice, getting something that just makes your voice sound more feminine in general. Lots of problems come from Texas in the circle of CG Cape Cucks and their friends. It's like a pattern almost. Yeah, almost like a replicatable pattern with a very long multi-year history that even Kiwi Farms doesn't really do. There are lots of digging that could have been done about that. And they haven't. It's almost like they chose not to in a lot of cases. I mean, there's a lot of examples of stuff they could have noticed about Nick Rekieta a while ago, and they haven't. Thus began the domination over high-priced intelligence through victim Olympics. That's not good. Anyways, hold on. Maybe I can if I just adjust this so it's like further. Oh, there we go. Hey guys, I'm sitting down now. That's better. Here, let's hit this. There we go. Hey. Okay, that's okay. Yep, that's okay. Back to this. This will make the rest of the show easier. It seems certain that Daniel P. Harris stole the name Mandy Caravicious. Did I read the previous part? Before going through why Daniel P. Harris is Mandy, I want to clarify the likely inspiration to the name Mandy, and also that she has nothing to do with this. Okay. It seems certain that Daniel P. Harris stole the name Mandy Caravicious from Amanda Caravicious, now going by Carpenter, of Kentucky, who grew up in a small town in Louisiana just east of the Texas Boulder border. Boulder. In the western outskirts of Shreveport, Amanda was a 1998 graduate of Huntington High School, which is in the western fringe of Shreveport proper. Amanda was often speculated in this thread as a likely candidate for the persona of Mandy, since she appeared to be the only verifiably real person with an online presence to have the claimed name. I was unable to verify. That's actually, I think it's kind of pointless for me to be like, oh, I'm so disgusted, but that's legitimately sleazy on a scale that I wish I could say is off the charts for Rekieta's friends and fans, but is instead merely on par. It is pretty much business as usual, especially if you know a lot of the actual inner workings, details, behind the scenes stuff with Rekieta over the past several years, which I didn't want to personally, but I've sort of been forced to. It's like knowledge rape, fact rape, as I say, but I'm not the one getting raped here. It seems that Rekieta is by all of this. And the way that Rekieta is going to have to damage control this is going to be, I think, to be honest, the most entertaining. It's going to be more entertaining than any stream he has ever done in his entire life, including all of the last year stuff, which has been quite delightful. It's gotten to the point, unironically, that I've been listening to Nick Rekieta for the first time pretty much ever. The only time I've ever listened to Nick Rekieta before this was the 2 times that I was on with him, where he was just basically like a dud. He was kind of a wet blanket. He was just sitting there the whole time. But again, let's just get back into this wonderful page. I was unable to verify what school Daniel P. Harris attended, but based on his year of birth, he likely would have been in the class of 99, maybe 2000. The cities in Louisiana associated with his past residence history range from about 20 to 30 minutes east or northeast of the small town of Bethany, linked to Amanda. Wait, Amanda there. I was, however, able to find that based on the OCR of this newspaper page, Daniel's younger brother, Joseph, appears to have graduated from Airline HS in Bossier City, northeast of central Shreveport, before Buffalo Dan, boom, accidentally revealed his own identity by using his own number to call Good Loud Chick. I posted my speculation about the profile of the poster. I was convinced that he was a man who, like Amanda Caravicious, grew up in the Shreveport area of Louisiana and met her while living there, before eventually moving to Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Texas. This was from a week or 2 ago, but the only thing that I wrote that I would change, given the new knowledge of Mandy's real identity, would be to change the 50% confidence value to something much higher. And here he quotes his original post saying, "I'm absolutely 100% confident that the person, it should be spelled Persyn, behind the Mandy account is not the real Amanda K. Mandy is very familiar with the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which Amanda K has no ties to, and was able to discuss in real-time local landmarks in the area with people who also said they lived there. I was also able to find public social media comments by the real Amanda K, and they demonstrated specific typing tics, which Mandy does not. I'm roughly 50% confident that the person behind the Mandy K account, account knew the real Amanda K when she lived in Shreveport, LA, Louisiana. So about 20 years ago and has stolen her name online since 2008. Mandy occasionally referenced places in Shreveport and locals, and you find a comment where there was talk about going to a concert in Shreveport. It would help if we could know the previous usernames of a YouTube account, but as far as I know, this is not possible. That said, in this case, Mandy likely derived sexual gratification from your post. Holy shit. Mandy, why are you doing that? Mandy, you came and you fapped to the Karen farms. I do think this is a really weird situation on the level of Medicare Fembot. Holy shit, Medicare's also I guess that's something else. I do think, by the way, it's weird that Medicare doesn't talk about this, by the way, because he had a chance. He certainly had lots of chances to discuss any of the stuff. Maybe not the catfish stuff specifically. I think he did have a chance to mention the catfish stuff, though, because that happened before his last stream, as far as I remember, which is not entirely reliable. That's why I prefer to rely on posts and things that are in front of me. But I could be right about that still. Anyways, for whatever reason, there were a lot of other things that rekieta, the rekieta stuff that could have been mentioned, though, even without the catfishing shit. It, I mean, that was the other thing, is that the all Jim talked about was the Baldo stuff. And it's like, how about the bottle? How about the bottle shoved up his ass and his wife's ass and so on? And the fact that pictures of that was going around in private in their locals so that they could sort of cover it up. That's at least worth a mention. Instead, all he did was talk about the Baldo itself, as if to join rekieta in the funny joke about how, guys, the Baldo is just really funny. And in a way trying to almost distance the association between rekieta and Baldo, which that didn't work out too well for anyone involved. In fact, it didn't work out well for Jim, aside from him having cancer. Although that may be related. That might be why he got cancer, because he fucking did a thread where he didn't mention rekieta. It preemptively made cancer happen inside of him. Time-traveling cancer. Chat, it's time-traveling cancer. For whatever reason, the individual decided to steal her name, skinwalk as her on the internet, pretending to be a woman online for 16 years. Here's one thing I'll say for the name Mandy Caravicious, is that the last name is clearly too real that it works great as a fake name. If you're going to be a catfish as a chick, you want to go with a name that doesn't necessarily sound too generic, but sounds unique and something that you clearly haven't made up, as opposed to, say, Thomas Roy Loop, which is literally just the French words for king and wolf. Very clever, not. Oh, wait a second. For whatever reason, the individual decided to steal her name, skinwalk as her on the internet, pretending to be a woman online for 16 years. Obviously, it is hard. Oh, wait, that's not suggest. Guys, the Baldo, guys, chat. Obviously, it is hard to avoid speculating that there's some sort of sexual component to it, and especially hard to escape the notion that Buffalo Dan Harris probably knew the real Amanda Caravicious 20 years ago or so, and somehow became infatuated enough with her that he decided to start skinwalking as her on the internet, and in particular on Steam by 2008, when he had a Mandy account on Steam under the username MK Flower, where the MK presumably stood for Amanda Caravicious, and is still skinwalking as her on the internet well into the 2020s. So, rekieta confirmed for worse, more degenerate fandom than Team Fortress 2? What is Pyrocynical can I have to say about that? Live Pyrocynical reaction incoming. Sure yet. First line of evidence, Danielle Harris's location. I personally wouldn't want to get too much into this, but I don't think it has his actual home address. I hope not. I'm not again. I'm not trying to get too in depth. This is just about looking into the evidence of who the guy is. Which again, considering that he was, catfishing, faking people, faking information, and all of this is revealing the truth, or at least digging into the truth. It is worthwhile, certainly, on just a moral level, ontological moral level, even. First line of evidence: Daniel Harris's location. Let me look. Speaking of chat, he swore he was leaving and stopping comics 2 months ago. Those are some other stuff, Captain Cummings stuff. Going full tard, Reformation Catholic, the worst kind of Catholic. Sponsored by Baldo, his black bull pedo. Same thing happened on our drama a few months back. Guy skinwalking a specific online woman, reselling pictures. That's almost even worse, is the reselling of pictures. Is this? There we go. I'm taking up a bunch more of the frame now. Great. A specific online woman reselling pictures from her OnlyFans while essay posting about cryptids. Must be a lot of those people. Yeah, and I bet some people legitimately fell in love and were like, no, there's no way that's a guy. He's beautiful. I mean, well, I'm just too close. She is beautiful because she likes the same things. She's into cryptids. She's really cool again. And that, for some reason, every time it's like, she's into cryptids. She's really cool. Therefore, she can't be fake. It never happened. Must be a lot of these people. There's Far-Fetched, and then there's that hot take. Whoa. That looks pretty well in French. Resembles a lot of real names in French. I guess. I didn't actually have a choice or any intent on Roy Loop coming off like a worthwhile. In fact, that was the thing, is that for a long time I was like, that's not good last name for the character, and then I just went with it. It's like, I need to make a new Twitter account anyways. What should I name it? What should I give the last? Because you can't just, Thomas is just not quite enough. I was almost going to go with like Thomas Kingwolf or something. I was like, no, that's terrible. That's terrible. Anyways, there's quite a bit of what's noticeable immediately from Daniel Buffalo Dan Harris's address is that it matches a lot of what Mandy describes about her own location. There was quite a bit of information that Mandy had given about her location that I kept out of my post. I had looked into a couple of pieces of information Mandy gave out, and it seemed to implicate a fairly narrow area. What confused me and made me investigate further is that Mandy claimed that Ty's law office was northeast to her, and she typed it in a Google Maps, and it was a 30-minute drive from her. So Ty confirmed for having just completely been ass slammed by this Daniel Harris dude, for sure. This does not fit with Arlington at all, as Tyler, Texas is southeast and considerably farther than 30 minutes away. I messed up actually where I mentioned Mandy claimed that Ty's law office. I'm sorry, I meant Pussy, a law office. Then I realized there may have been confusion with this accountancy with a very similar name to Pussy's firm. Beard Harris? What's that about? 5 stars. That's pretty good. When typing in Beard and Harris as a search term on Google Maps while hovering over the DFW area, both firms are returned as a search result, but the accountancy is the first on the list. It's probably safe to conclude that Mandy made a mistake. I looked up every other claim I could find that was made by Mandy. Approximately 5 minutes away from a Krispy Kreme, only one in Arlington area. Described 2 locations as down the street. I guess that's kind of a figure of speech, isn't it? Lives in an apartment in Arlington, Pantego, or something, whatever. and lives in this zip code 760. Below is a map that includes this information. The zip code in question is roughly outlined in green on the western side of the map. Yay! The area enclosed in the red shape is a 5-minute or less drive away from the Arlington Krispy Kreme. The area in orange is more than 5 minutes, but less than 10 minutes from Krispy Kreme. The purple area represents areas within 30 minutes of the accountancy. The white dot represents the apartments in question on Pioneer Parkway. So here's a map with just some stuff. Again, if you wanted to go look at that yourself, for sure, go to the thread. Second line of evidence, Daniel P. Harris's family details. What fully convinced me that Daniel P. Harris is the virtual skinwalker, known as Mandy Carvicious, was the fact that, at least by the time Mandy became involved with the rekieta law community, he appears to have mixed in details of his own personal life with that of Mandy Carvicious. Mandy sent in a that's not too obnoxious, is that? Sent in a $20 super chat to Nick Rekieta in his live stream with a special guest, Dick Masterson, from the night of August 23rd, 2023. The date will be important. Here is this Mandy super chat saying, my brother called me at work today. My sister-in-law just passed away this morning. It's devastating. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is going to be very interesting for other reasons, by the way. But the super chat says, my sister-in-law just passed away this morning. It's devastating. He's going to come here to my dad's house with the kids. I'm sorry. I'm a sopping wreck right now, Nick. Take care, Dick. The super chat was sent around 9:30. By the way, there's nothing worse than fans who sort of insist their personal life problems to your streams or something. I understand being like, hey, I'm sad about this, but when you're publicizing like this, the only purpose is to try and make other people sad, which 99% of the time is something that people who are just making it up are doing. People who are making up inventing a crisis, making up a crisis. The super chat was sent around 9:30 into the stream. The topic of the super chat was to troll for condolences from Rekieta and his fans for Mandy's sister-in-law dying, giving Rekieta an excuse to drink. Here is a 30-second clip. Let's play this. This should play.
Mandy Karamich says, my brother called me at work today. My sister-in-law just passed away this morning. God damn it. It's devastating. He's going to come here to my dad's house with the kids. Sorry, I'm a sopping wreck right now, Nick. Take care, Dick. Mandy, you have permission.
Look at my face, Dick.
To be a sopping wreck when tragedy strikes. So just.
Even if it's not real? Oh, wait, I can't. Again, I was like, how do I put my hand to my chin with this? Okay, that's okay.
Calm, be with your family, engage in all the emotions and stuff, and then hopefully things will get better. But it's going to suck in the meanwhile. But cheers to your sister-in-law.
Lick the glass. There's the ultimate form of licking the glass, drinking from it. The post continues saying, now this is where Mandy fucked up. Mandy posted in locals pictures of her father, helpfully reposted on the thread by her internet friend, Cynthia Behave. Wow, thanks, Cynthia. As usual, Cynthia, thanks so much. But here, Cynthia Behave said, in other news, came across this. It's historical. Hope Mandy is okay after the recent stuff. And it's a post of Mandy saying, no, I have to take care of my dad. He had a shoulder replacement, picture of old guy in hospital bed. It turns out that Randy Smith, listed as the father of Daniel P. Harris, died this year. His obituary states that he died on, want to guess, August 23rd, 2023. Or in other words, likely just hours before Mandy sent money for Rekieta to drink to the memory of her sister-in-law. Adding the in-law helps throw off the suspicion, of course, that it would be dad. Because if you said sister, then it's like, oh, you just changed sister to dad. But it's like, sister-in-law? Oh, okay. Clearly, completely different person. Mandy must be a real girl, for sure. For sure. His obituary page features a video photo album featuring various photos of Randy Smith, more like Randy Darsh, putting the most recent looking photos. I feel bad for this. I feel bad for any guy whose child in any way would manufacture sympathy not even using your death, but changing your death to a different person's death somehow. It's fucking all kinds of fucked up. And you know what? Not my problem. Just like pouring cooking oil down the kitchen sink, it's not my problem. His obituary page features a video photo album featuring various photos of Randy Smith, putting the most recent looking photos of the late Randy Smith side to side with the photo Mandy posted in Nick Rekieta's locals. It seems clear it's the same man, and that the photo of Mandy's dad was a photo of Randy Smith, father of Daniel P. Harris. Yeah, they pretty much look identical in every single way possible. The obituary of Randy Smith appears consistent with Mandy's claim about her father being a Desert Storm vet. So here's a screen cap of obituary, which this might load after, but we don't really have to read this though. But it's there. Randy Smith, 08/23/2023. So yeah, August the 23rd of 2023. And here's a screenshot. Mandy, wrench in the chat. My dad is a Desert Storm vet, and my brother is an Air Force MP. Okay, here's the obituary loaded up, but it's also like, let me lean in now. Again, if you want to read that some more yourself, check out the thread. Mandy claims that her brother lived in Virginia as well, which would match with Daniel P. Harris's brother, Joseph Harris. And here's Mandy saying, in reply to somebody named Stace on the case, saying, my brother and his fam is coming down from Virginia to visit me on Wednesday. I told him Arlington turned into a ghetto since we were kids. When Rekieta announced in locals that his Rittenhouse interview was scheduled for Tuesday, January 24th at 11 p.m. Central, Mandy responded in locals, that's my brother's birthday, lol. Rekieta responded, happy birthday to him. Joseph Grant Harris, listed as Daniel Harris's brother in the obituary, was born on January 24th, 1984, according to Free People search websites. I sure hope Mandy's brother from Virginia wasn't actually based on Daniel Harris's real-life brother from Virginia, because Mandy K sure had some negative things to say about her brother's family. These messages are from before when Mandy's sister-in-law allegedly died in August of 2023. Mandy wrote in locals that the last time I visited my brother, his wife laid her fat ass on the couch. Oh, shit. It's over. And did absolutely nothing. Oh, shit. How much worse can it get? I had to help him and his kids do housework and make dinner. Bitch doesn't even know how the washing machine works. And at another point stated that my brother married a rich girl who has pampered her whole life and doesn't even do shit. He does everything around his house. Last time I visited, she wouldn't even answer the door. She just sat her blonde ass on the couch and played on her laptop. That's almost a condemnation of Nick Rekieta. What are the chances? Mandy even mocked her brother's children, writing in Nick Rekieta's locals that my brother's kids want anything that isn't cheese, chocolate, or says McDonald's on it. So so that makes me a little mad. Mandy also claimed that her brother-in-law lived in Lincoln. And here's a message saying, totally, my brother-in-law is in Lincoln, nice place, but boring as fuck. Here's, I guess, some helpful advice for any potential future catfish out there. If you're going to pretend to be a hot chick so that you can get alcoholic e-celebs to try and suck your dick or whatever the purpose of this is, stop volunteering this much information about anything, especially about your family, especially your real family. If you're going to make up fake family members with fake birthdays and stuff, First of all, you'd have to write that information down to keep it consistent. Memorizing it is not really even worth it. You're pushing just like an episode of Married with Children. You're basically pushing information about your real family out to make room for sports trivia or whatever. Here, this says context. According to Free People Search websites, Daniel Harris's brother-in-law, Scott Hainstock, once lived in Lincoln, Nebraska. Third line of evidence, Mandy's car crash. Mandy says, I get hit by a fucking car, lose my truck, back injury, back to work too soon. Now this. Mandy K repeatedly claimed in locals to own a black 1984 Lincoln Town car, even posting alleged pictures. Spoilers of the town car. Nice account name there. So Mandy's replying to somebody else about their car, and Mandy says, this is my baby. And it's like fucking classic 1984 town car. Here's another picture of it. Here's another picture of it. Mine has 16 inch, I assume, radial white walls. White walls. Lol. There's only one problem, though, which is that her discussions in Rekieta's YouTube live chat revealed that Mandy was making shit up the whole time. What? Mandy was making shit up? No, come on. The model year jumped around. October 2021, Mandy said she drove a 1985 town car. Here's a Lincoln Town car. At least the model's staying the same. November 2021, so a month later, Mandy said the 85 Lincoln Town car hadn't actually been purchased yet. I may be buying an 85 Lincoln soon. Wish me luck. Here's one thing I could say is that you may have been like, I want to buy this car. I'm good. And you're telling people that you drive it when you don't even have it yet. And then you get it. And it's like, oh, it was an 84 instead of an 85. So there's still lying going on. And you can say this is not as big of a lie, but still, it's showing a pattern of behavior. That's really the point of going into this. Otherwise, even I would skip it. Or would I? Because I didn't read this whole post yet. I was like, I'm just going to do the stream. That's what I'm going to do. My first focus, start the stream. Then I'll go look at things. March 2022, so a few months later, the model year changed to 84. It was 85, then 85, then 84. And then in May, the model year changed again to 87. My 87 town car may not be a muscle car, but turns way more heads than any GT or Mustang. Oh, you mean like the one that Rekieta crashed? Oh, it's my proverbial Gran Torino. Okay. In other words, there was no 80s Lincoln Town car. The images were probably stolen from... That is possible. They were just straight up stolen. Because that's the thing. If you're a catfish, like I said, just make up the details whole cloth. That way you're not reusing details that can be used to draw back to you. And still, though, you can see the downside, the potential downside of that. The images were probably stolen from somewhere, just like the stolen thirst traps that Mandy deliberately edited to degrade the quality and defeat reverse image searching. The Lincoln Town car was a red herring, or was it? In the August live stream, where Mandy asked Rekieta to eulogize her sister-in-law who supposedly died, she referenced the accident that allegedly resulted in an injury and totaled truck. What happened to the town car? Heimdall, all-seeing waifu, documented Mandy's narrative of the alleged car crash shortly after it happened at the start of August 2023, isn't that the same month that her sister-in-law died? And quoting this post, Mandy in an auto crash and cries for attention. Mandy, I'm here, Nick. Did you get my Discord DM? Mandy saying, my truck is totaled. I'm lawyered up, though. She's going to take care of everything, she said. I already signed the HIPAA and forms for them to take over. Andrew Wahoo says, bend them over. Rekieta says, yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid insurance case. Mandy says, anyway, sorry to interrupt your show. HP Lovecraft says, yo, good news. You on the whiplash, or is your neck fucked? Mandy says, my lower back and right knee. It's kind of weird places, but whatever. I got an ambulance ride to the ER. Lovecraft saying, guessing right knee is from impact. Any breaks in the lower back, your psoas could have been fucked up. And chasing that pain around is years of sissy physical bullshit. Sissy physical. Yeah, I bet. Mandy says, the lawyer's sending me an Uber to pick me up, take me to the chiropractor. Yeah, where they will just make your bones and joints do noises and do absolutely nothing to help you. Funny thing is, when I called my boss, he said, a lot of my coworkers saw me getting loaded into the ambulance. ER took CAT scan and x-ray. I have no broken bones, but I have soft tissue damage. Yeah, on the 360 NB, as I was stopped behind the traffic, a car hit me from behind at 70 miles an hour and pushed me into an SUV. I was behind, so I was sandwiched between two cars. Well, the pisser is that the cop firefighter lost my house/mail keys, so we went by the police station and they found my case and found the cop who responded, and the cop said he doesn't know where the keys are. Thank goodness for no broken bones. I can, Lovecraft is saying this. Thank goodness for no broken bones. I can already feel its gluteus medius and iliopsoas splinting. Hopefully your chiro catches it. It's fucking, you fucking WebMD over here. You're telling her what her fucking problems. Unless you've seen the x-rays and shit, shut up. YouTube live chats confirmed that the crash allegedly occurred on Monday, July 24th, 2023. So, she's messaging Pussy. Hello, Pussy. I got rear-ended last Monday on the 360 North. I'm lawyered up. I wish I could found you too, lol. And then to somebody else, rear-ended by reckless driver on the 24th, truck totaled. What we have is this from Heimdall's locals logs. Yeah, on the 360 NB, as I was stopped behind the traffic, car hit me from behind at 7 miles an hour. The part we read. Traveling northbound on Highway 360 in her truck. Even the truck is a tranny. It's a tranny car. The tranny town car that identifies as a truck. On January 24th, what happened to the Lincoln Town Car? Stopped in traffic, rear-ended by a car and pushed into an SUV, causing personal injury and totaled the truck. There's an accident with crash ID 196732999. I can find using the Texas DOT crash reports information. Texas DOT, Department of Transportation. Crash reports from information system public query tool that matches the narrative posted by Mandy Carafish's, except for the part about a truck. The truck is a Lincoln Town Car instead. So it sounds like the town car is real. It's the truck that's identifying incorrectly. It is the only crash on that date within the city of Arlington traveling northbound on the 360 I could find contained within the system. There are two other accidents on the 360, but they are southbound. And I mean, the fact that there's, the town car, Lincoln Town Car, pretty much matches up, doesn't it? While the vehicle in the middle of the accident was not a truck, it was a Lincoln Town Car. Vehicle make Lincoln. Model name, Town Car. Lincoln. Model year 2004. What? Were they off by 20 years? I don't know. Reconstructing from the query results, at 2:58 p.m. on July 24th, there was an accident on the 360 going northbound. Inferring from the information available and the damage on the different vehicles, it seems that a 1996 Toyota Camry, why I emphasize that, whatever, crashed into a 2004 Lincoln Town Car. The Lincoln Town Car was pushed into a 2023 Toyota Venza SUV. The Camry sustained damage to the front. The SUV sustained damage to the rear. The Lincoln Town Car sustained damage at both ends. The owner of the Camry was issued a citation for followed too closely, and slowing/stopping for traffic was listed as a contributing factor to the accident. So that's it. You get in a crash and it's just like, you were following too closely. That's not what happened. Well, I mean, I guess that's what happened. I guess that's partially the cause. But I would think crashing a car is more. Okay, whatever. We got it. In Lincoln Town Car, inferring from the damage, it sustained a concentrated impact to the front center area of the car at the point of contact with the SUV, with a damage rating of 2 on the 0 to 7 scale. So not that. That doesn't sound like a 70-mile-an-hour collision. Which I assume this guy's probably going to mention, perhaps. It also sustained partial contact on the rear right area of the car at the point of contact with the Camry, with a damage rating of also 2. It is a 2004 model year white instead of black like the pictures posted by Mandy. So that is interesting. The driver of the Lincoln Town Car was a 41-year-old white male who is suspected to have sustained a serious injury. Nope. Daniel Harris would have still been 41 when this accident took place in January or July of 2023 with a birth date of August 8, 1981. Did I mention January 20? I don't know. I'm either reading this wrong or I thought I did and I didn't or something. I don't know. Whatever. It says, though, here, the accident, July 2023. So if I ever said something different about that, ignore that part. No identifying information is provided in the query other than the race, age, and sex. Yeah, of the involved parties. Perhaps Daniel Harris drove a 2004 Lincoln Town Car, but changed the model number to 1984 because that would be more of a classic car instead of being merely. That's maybe the car pictures he wanted to post were the 84. So like that also lines up with people who do this kind of thing, is that they will take a detail and then, it's a similar detail and then change it. So it's like, I'm buying a Lincoln Town Car. It's 2004. And it's like, I'm going to show pictures of an 84 Town Car and just tell people that I'm driving that. Because, in a way, if you're catfishing people, what else, how are they going to know anything? What are they going to say about it? They don't know. You're the one providing all the information. And people mostly, just by default, believe you no matter what. So this is a Lincoln Town Car. Gee, the loading wheel. Anyways, okay. I believe I may have found a 2004 white Lincoln Town Car parked in his apartment building's parking lot. Okay. I can't be 100% sure, but it looks like the right car model to me. On the left are comparison photos from an auto listing. The site only says white, but I think it's the ceramic white color specifically in the comparison photos. The rear lights look almost identical. I think the sunlight is reflecting off the white of the rear of the car and bleeding into the red of the rear lights to make them appear slightly curved. This is the most speculative portion of the post. And then update, maybe not, see update. Since the names of the individuals involved in the crash are not included in the data, but I thought it was interesting, so I left it in. Even if that car in the aerial image isn't a Lincoln Town Car like I suspect it is, it would still be a massive coincidence if the driver in that crash also happened to be a 41-year-old man. Update. After this post appeared on the forum, Misashi's son was able to confirm that one of the people involved in the specific accident, crash ID, blah, 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 was a man named Daniel Harris. See the post below for more information. And this kind of wraps up the post here. And a quote of Musashi-san post saying, fun fact, if you search for the crash in the Texas Department of Transportation purchase system with Mandy's name in Arlington, Tarrant County, along with the investigating agency before the Arlington PD, you get the crash which with the ID you found, and it's the first result. So Mandy was in the crash 100%. And by Mandy, of course, he means Daniel Harris. Put in Mandy's name, Daniel Harris, City, Arlington, County, Tarrant, and the investigating agency, Arlington Police Department, under the advanced fields. And if you get the crash ID of 196732999, then it's that's a bingo. So, and here's the thing is that this shouldn't need justification for looking up into this much information because the justification is the revealing of how Mandy used real life events to essentially fill in the sort of fake life that he, she, it wanted to portray to the fandom, to the audience, to Rekieta, with Rekieta doubling down and celebrating, smugly boasting, smugfully, smuggles, about Mandy. If I were Rekieta, I would take the night off and just have a drink. Just have a drink, calm down. Don't stream tonight. Just have a drink or two. When I say just have a drink, and then I say again, just have a drink, those are each individual new drinks to have each time. So, about wrapping up. You know what? Let me. Oh, you know what? I do kind of need to still sit here for another few minutes. We're about to wrap up, but I want to do one last thing. Check the Choyat. Did Nick or see good? He said, "Man, daddy, any nudes?" You know what? That is extremely likely. There is a history of that with Rekieta's fans, friends, that kind of stuff. Considering that that Umbrella guy's wife was collecting dick pics from a lot of people in Comicsgate, and from there, by the connection to that, a lot of Nick Rekieta's fans and friends. Nick Rekieta's fans and friends were sending dick pics to the Umbrella guy's wife, who was also catfish. A completely different catfish, different situation. But it's what nobody talks about is the possibility that Nick Rekieta also sent dick pics to Tug's wife at some point, at one point or another. Considering that Nick Rekieta certainly had no problems posting pictures of nudes of himself to locals. If he's done that, he's had a history of doing that before. That is not going to be the first time. That will never be the first time that Rekieta has posted nude pictures of himself and sent them to someone else on the internet. For sure. Hello. See Goody most definitely sent Mandy dick pics. Just need those leaked. Well, do we really? Do we really? Yes. I don't want to. Not that I want to see him, of course. He's that dumb. Yeah, he certainly. I mean, being a fan of Nick Rekieta is pretty stupid. Always threatening to 4chan autism, CIA triangulation engage, the best kind of autism. Was always threatening to self-delete. It would completely take over chat. That was majortism. Yeah, that's another thing, by the way, is always being like, oh, I'm so depressed, guys. The it was called pity fishing. Way back in the day, was a term for it, pity fishing. When you would not even that you would make up fake details, but that you would be, spreading them around to the chat and telling people constantly about all the sad things that are happening. Usually when that's happening, they're fake, but there are instances, of course, when it's not necessarily fake. It's just maybe the details are changed. That's just something I don't want to see. Yeah. He loves wearing women's lingerie. He's gonna troon. Yeah, I can certainly believe that. So I want to do one last thing before wrapping up. But give me a minute first. Yeah, just one thing. One thing to cap off the stream. A delightful, happy thing. But just 1 minute first. Ugh. Okay. Oh, shit. Eh. Eh. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Here, in fact, here we go. What is the plus button? I'm gonna have to. Okay. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but let me just make sure. I'm just gonna test. I'm doing some happy fun things here. Yeah, that's a plus. Let's see. Good thing I know touch typing. Okay. Let's see. Home row. There we go. Hey, Nick. I just wanted to tell you that actually I've been a hot babe this entire time. Here is a sexy picture of me to prove it. Tee-hee. And then, I don't even have the mouse. Hold on. That's one thing that I need because I don't have right click. Because I got to add some emojis, but what are some good emojis? Some good emojis to add. A heart, kissy face. Oh, the nail painting one too. Okay, hold on. Let me go add those, but I have to go to the mouse to do it. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Search button. Okay, so where's my keyboard? Where the fuck's my keyboard now? I can't see my keyboard because I'm wearing this VR helmet for no reason. Well, I mean, the VR hat, my lovely VR hat, has has the microphone, so I can't talk otherwise. So let's see, heart. Oh wait, that's yeah, okay. I keep reaching over for like the for a touchpad. And it's like, oh yeah, this keyboard doesn't have a touchpad. Here we go. Ooh, a sparkling heart. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes. Okay. Okay. And what was the other one I said I want? And I gotta add some good emojis, guys. Chat. I gotta add some good emojis. The sparkling heart's good. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Kissy face. Kissy. Oh yeah. Kissy face. You know what? I'm gonna add 3. Ah, perfect. Ah, okay. And well, now one last thing, but the final capper to that, of course, is actually sending it. Yeah, my keyboard. Really went a long way for this bit. There we go. Okay, so Chuyet, thanks for showing up. You know what, let me go back to the VR chat thing to actually wrap up the stream. As usual, great show. This has been a completely average, mundane, you could say, plain, bland show for us. For everyone else, probably the best show in the history of the human race. What am I looking at? That's what I'm looking at. Hello. Hey. Hey, I'm back. Hello. Okay. It showed up on Andrew's chat. Neat. Anyways. Oh, wait, it's still showing that. Yeah, okay, wait. Showing that. Here's this. Do you know Mandy? Again, the way he just utterly, he simped out so hard, he shrimped out. It's even worse than usual.
I won't say anything.
Hear this.
I'm a Christian, trad, whatever.
Whatever, guys.
Lady Rackets
Whatever.
will tell you that you are fucking
Whatever.
fire.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to say a goddamn word.
But why are you saying this about a dude? Nick, how can you? I mean, even here's the thing: there is no reason to think that Mandy wasn't a guy. There was no justification to think that Mandy was real at this point, even. Very sad. Anyways, there are more videos. There's some more deep dives like this. In the previous streams, I did record some just playing video games while listening to rekieta clips on I recorded that, instead of streaming it a couple days ago, and they'll go on the subscribe star. Can I end this by I'm gonna turn this off and turn off the chat and just be like, hey everyone. You know what though? Hold on a second. I would rather, I'd rather leave this on because, okay. Yeah, I'd rather leave this on so next time I do a stream like this or something, I can just leave it as it is. Yay. So, as usual, girl, I will wreck you. Here's the thing. That goes to show that's what rekieta's like when he is in any way aroused by any person. You can't even say by a girl because, of course, Mandy's not a girl. So when rekieta's turned on by a hot dude, when rekieta followed those gay Jamaican bodybuilders, that is probably this is what he had in his mind. This is what he wanted to say to those gay Jamaican bodybuilder men.
Fire.
Is this?
I don't need to say a goddamn word.
So
Mandy.
you won't eat her ass if she comes to Monterey.
Let's not go too far, Camelot.
I will.
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, how about you stick to that, Kumalot?
You shut your mouth because no, Mandy's fantastic. She's cool. She's based. She's hilarious. She's talented.
She's based, totally based, guys. There's nothing more cool than pretending to be in a car accident and pretending family members have died when they haven't. Very based. Decidedly red-pilled. Anyways, so as usual, thanks to everyone hanging out in the chat. You come in here with balls. We're able to do these streams because you people like you. And as usual, for everyone else, should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.